Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Diane and my passion is painting and creating nature-inspired watercolours in my studio, which are easy for you to do too. I share all my paintings with you on YouTube, and on our website dianeantone.com you can find free downloadable sketches for all the videos to help you make the most of your painting journey. And if you'd like a little bit more, we also have channel memberships with loads of perks for you to enjoy. So welcome on board. Click subscribe and turn on notifications, and let's learn to paint watercolour. So today I'm going to paint a loose hummingbird. I hope everyone is ready for that. We haven't done a hummingbird for a while. And I've sketched here, and you can download the sketch from our website, dianeantone.com, if you're interested in having a go at this painting. And if you like my style, which obviously isn't the case for everyone. Anyway, so I'm just wetting the body of the hummingbird here, and I'm going to put some water over here as well, because this is somewhere where I'm going to put some flowers, because the hummingbird presumably is interested in that. And then I've got some various colours here. I've got some blues and some reds, and I'll list them below. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into a what would you call it, imaginary bird, and I'm just going to pick up different colours and pop them in different places and let it run, and not try to do anything terribly constructive at all, just make it look hopefully reasonably pretty. Different colours. This is you could call it a fantasy bird. So once I've dropped the colours in, I will let them run. And I'm trying out this paper. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's going to bleed well or whether it's going to be a problem. We'll see. And then over here, let's have some pink, some potter's pink and some pink, and just drop some of that in. Maybe a little bit of red. This is just the first layer. And then some greens. Maybe a little bit of violet, perhaps a different green down here. Some more pink, just to drop it in. Completely abstract, and so I'm going to leave that for the minute and let it do its thing. Whatever its thing happens to be. What we want is some sort of sharp lines where it's hit dry paper, and mostly blurry lines though where it's and I think I might just pop in a few drops of water, because that always makes an interesting effect. But I won't do that to the bird. I'll let him just dry like that. We'll see what that looks like when it's done. So I am going to go and make myself a cup of something, and I shall be back shortly. Okay, so 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, and this is dry. So I'm just going to put in the eye, and I'm using a number 2, I think. Yeah, number 2 brush, and I'll just put a little bit of dark here for the beak. a little bit underneath here. And I might just soften that up a little bit. And now I think I might use my water brush a little bit here to put in, so to emphasize some of these colors. So I've got this Kuretake medium water brush, and I'm going to, let's go to the green. This is a mixture of, what's that? I've got here Schminke Hooker's Green, so I've got a Hooker's Green, and I'm going to mix that with a bit of sap green, and I'm just going to emphasize there. And just drag that down a little bit like that. Emphasize that line, and then I might add a little bit more of the turquoise blue. Strengthen that up a little bit. And then we've got, I think I had quinacridone gold, so we'll also add some more of that. Then we had pink and turquoise on the head. A bit more pink. And then some blue. And then I think we might strengthen the green down here a bit. And here at the end. Trying to keep the lightness that we had before as much as possible. Okay, so we'll let that dry and maybe pop some feet in with a little bit of grey. Need to let that dry now, and we will be doing some spatter and so on there. And then for the flowers, obviously they need to be increased in strength as well. This is the kind of painting where I tend not to ramble and chat too much, because it takes a little bit more concentration. So forgive me if I'm not being particularly entertaining today. Let's put some darks in the centers of the flowers. And now it's time probably to let that dry again. And what I will do though is probably put a little bit of colour in behind up here. So I think maybe a bit of cobalt blue perhaps. To indicate the sky. And then maybe down here, a little bit more green. It's very loose. Soften up some of these edges and let that run. And once that's dry, I can put a light in his eye. I can put a few more, perhaps a few spatters or some stronger colours, just some strokes onto him. I think that will probably be okay when that's dry, because that's meant to be, what's the word, a kind of subsidiary to the bird. The bird is supposed to be more important. So anyway, we'll see how that dries. It needs a few minutes. While I'm waiting for that, I shall get on with the next one. Okay, so this is dry now, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little bit of light spatter with a small brush, trying to keep it more or less within the area of the bird. And then, having spattered a little bit like that, I'm going to go in and just break it up a little bit to give something of the impression of feathers. So I don't really want it to go all into the background, so I'll just put a bit of tissue there and try to keep it into the area of the painting, or it doesn't matter if a few go over. And then I'm going to add some feather shadows here, just sort of like that. Doesn't want to be too much. You might want to increase the shadow along there a little bit. And then I was thinking, I've got this white ink, and I might, just to give perhaps the impression of movement a little bit, some white, and maybe some over here as well in these flowers. And then I haven't used this ink very much, but I reckon if I mix that with colour, with, you know, watercolour, I would probably get a kind of semi-opaque thing, so I'd be able to put in some extra darks into the centre of the darker areas. It's interesting. Don't think there's anything wrong with that. Maybe a little bit more mixed with some green and see how that works. We could put, oh, that's not very good green, is it? Interesting. Yeah, that makes an opaque green. Don't like that. Get rid of that little bit. Yeah, that'll be all right when it's dry. That's just me having a little think as I go along about what to do. And I've put a little bit of white in there. I'm going to put a bit more. Let that dry. And well, I don't know. I think I do want a bit of toothbrush. I think I do. I think I want a bit of toothbrush, greeny blue. And maybe, should I don't know. I'm not a big expert on hummingbirds, but I guess he probably wants a bit more there. And maybe a bit more. And maybe a bit more here, perhaps at the tail. Okay, I am going to stop there and I'm going to call that done. So there's the final painting. I hope you enjoyed watching me do that, and if you did, please press like and subscribe to the channel because it really helps when people do subscribe, and please leave your comment in the boxes below and I will try to reply to everybody. So I will look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, and have a lovely evening, and I'll say goodbye for now. Bye bye everybody, bye bye.